Yep. Trying to think instead of just press the buttons. Wrong idea. God damn it. Got a neighbor with me. Bug decides to be around. Not my best. Wow. No hints. Well, this one has to be here. The other one has to be up here. That one has to be there. Lower. Upper. Cool. Clearly. The heck? Well, I mean, what is it? Fuck. How does that work? The fives. Oh. Yeah, that would in fact fix it. Why am I struggling here? Oh, frick's sakes, that's false too. Damn it. The 2 doesn't have a place to go. What the hell is wrong with me? What is with this puzzle? Huh. I'd never struggle on ease. E open, even though it's wait, did they? How did they accomplish this? Yeah, how? What? Hmm. It took way too long. It was ridiculous. I don't understand. The first row I noticed was this one leading towards the side. And the 9 is over there. And 8 is in one of these positions. And 4 is very similar. 1, 3 takes up the remaining spots. And I still can't figure it out. However, this is a 6. That just pops out of nowhere for me. In fact, almost all the 6s are individual and immediately found. That's a weird open. This is 1, obviously. This is 7. This is 4. Because this has to be 9. This cannot be 5 free. For the same reason as all those others. 7 2 pair. 5 over there. 7 8 4 2. Hmm. 8 looks like it is everywhere. So if it has to be in this column, in this box, it cannot be an 8 here or there. And that would mean it has to be here. Or contrary-wise, since it can't be anywhere else in that row, the 8 has to be there. 1 is here. Nine column. Two, four pair equals 7, 8, 2, 5, 7, 3, 8, 4, 2, 4, 5, 7, 2, 3, 5, 8, 7, 3, 5, 8, 3, 9, 1, 9, 2, 3, 5, 7, 4, 9. What the hell? How? That's impossible. I did discovery. How can I fail? It just doesn't make any sense. Oh, that's so weird. Oh my god. Like, just. What the hell? No, that felt like it was impossible because I did everything correctly. So it felt. What did we find? Sixes? Is that sure? Like, this is a 6. There's no denying that. There has to be a 6 in here. Forces this 6 here. That one there. So we can be sure of the 6s at least. Those have to be correct. There's no alternative. But then after that, how did I get anything wrong? That's the crazy part. 8, 5, 3, right? So it can't be 5, 3, so it has to be that. It can't be 5, 3, so it has to be 7. Can't be 5, 3, it has to be 9. Can't be 5, 3, it has to be 4. Can't be 5, 3. This is like certain logic. There is no. Eight. Like 5, 7, 3, 3, 2, 7, 2, 8, 7. Well, we have a different discovery, so that's something. Seven. Right. 7, 7. What? That is so weird. What's the next number, Ripple? Well, this one's an 8. and that's a 5 because of 4, 2. 3, 8, that's a 1. Uh, well, if one must, that doesn't tell me. This is 5. Two free pairs. 3 has to be in here. Doesn't give me anything though. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5. 8, 4, 3, 9. Well, hold on. If 3, I don't know. One, two, 9, 4, 9, 8, 5. 8, 5, 9. How am I stuck here? Two free pair. That's helpful. 4, 5 pair. Only helps a little bit. What indeed can be found? Is there anything directly from Sudoku? Well, eight is definitely in that column. There's only these 2 8s, which makes it hard to find. The 9 has to be in this set, and then the other 9 has to be in this set, and the other 9 has to be in this set. So similarly, there's only one 9 in this column, so that reduces and gives us a 4. Similarly, 9 in this column can't exist if the 9 in here is that, but we could also have the other way, and it doesn't make any difference. It's not definitive. Wow. If what the heck is next? Try 5. 5 isn't. 5 is as weird as 8 almost. Obviously, one of them has to be here. The other one has to be on the top. And Nothing's explained. How did they do this? Nine vertical. If 9 and 5, like 5 alternate with 3. 8 is definitely up there. 2, 3, unknown. Goddamn. This is ridiculous. Where even with numbers, I'm struggling. Like, okay, hold on. Vertical 4. That gives us 5. Finally, I found the thing. The one thing. It's like the pin that pulls everything out. 3, 9, 3. 2, 4, 3, 8, 9. Like the entire thing. Just unravels by finding that one trick. That felt crazy. I don't understand. Immediate 4. Don't know why they don't talk to the dog. 1 vertical. 7. 3. 3. 8. Cascade. Five. 9. 3. 5, 6. 5, 6. Otherwise also is known. 9. What? Um. A23, A23, A23. If 8, 2, and 3 are chose, then it would make sense that there would be a 7, 5 pair. But it doesn't conclude anything. Anytime I see only 2 numbers, I think, oh, maybe there's a pattern that I can find from that, and then I'm lost immediately again. Well, one vertical cannot one here, for example, equals one there. So that's something. At least we got another number. Oh, do I have to pull those kinds of tricks for other things too? For example, 3 must be in the other box. So we know that's in one of those. 2 must be in the other one. 4, 1, and 4, 1 must be in the other positions except for here. It would seem like it would be best if 2 was there, but I can't be sure of that. Any music in this? Six has an alternate. Here versus here, here versus here. 6 is everywhere. Seven, 1, 8, 5, 3. All random. Positions unknown. A shower. 9 alternate. Leads to 9 square alternate with self. 2 is everywhere. Oh my god, this is like either my sleep is weird and I'm not a full awake person, or this puzzle is weird. 7, 2, 5, 6, 7, 2, 5, 7, 2, 6, 5, 7, 5, 6. Eat a cracker or something. Um. Already those first delicious nibbles make me feel happy. If 8 column, 8 cannot. That was interesting. And not enough. Doesn't actually, unlike the one, it doesn't give me a number. 8 and 7 must. So then where else? Oh, if 7, 7 can. If 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Nine doesn't need to call them, so we don't know. Sheesh. And if I was to pop anything, what can I even pop? Let's pop 5, 6. Does that give us anything? No. What about 6, 5? It forces the polarity of where the 6 can go over on the top and some things, but it doesn't give us anything. So I'm going to abandon that. How about the 4, 2, 1? 2, 1, 4. If by definition is fact, then seems like it doesn't give me anything, which is the usual. Oh my god. Really? Yep. But if 2, it forces the 4, 1, and then 3, 1, and that's more information. But then what? Well, this 1 is forced. Then we have all the 1s. Okay. 3. I'm only guessing, but I assume this is incorrect. Let's do more, I guess. For example, 4 is the least informative versus 4 makes 8, 7. 5, 8, 2, 5. This is too pretty to notice, to not notice. And is consistent, which is crazy. This is a 2. This is a 3. Am I actually going in the right direction is the question. And all signs point to it seems yes. 4, 6. I can't quite see any issues with this. Oh, well, we found one. Anyway, so let's pull back. Where do we have to pull back to? I don't remember. Probably here. So, what can I gain from that? I don't remember what I found in that. It's so weird. Wait, which one was it? It was the 4 equals 8, 9, so therefore 4 doesn't equal 8, 9, so 4 should be here, which gives us less information, which is the logical step. And I don't see the point in forcing the 8, 9, or 8, 7. Forgive me. There's a 3 here, however. That should have been known. Seven. What? What now? Oh, there's a blatant 4, 6, which is false. So that is fun to know. Wait, did I say that was 7? That can't be 7, that's 8. Oh my god, that was so simple to fix. 5. The 7 goes here too. 9, 8, 7. Still unclear because we did a binary. We don't know if this is correct. But that would be 4, that would be 6. That would be 9. And that's still false. So it is true that we are all the way back to it cannot be this combination of 1, 2, 4. Or I assume, yeah. Oh god, what was that? How could that have been anything? Good question. Yeah, I don't know how I found whatever that was in the first place. So we're back to here. And nothing is understood. Isn't there a rogue 3 somewhere? Not anymore. Time's been around so much that there isn't any definition. So not 1. Then that means 4. 2, 1. Oh, right, I can go along with that. If that is right. seems to be. So did the other one. Then what? I don't know. I can't find anything. To be clear, this is not finding something. This is, I tried something random. Another one of my tricks of pick a path is that you can pick any path anywhere. It doesn't have to be a binary. And then suddenly all of this is here and dissolving. Now, how does that kind of magic happen? Like, how do I find a random sequence which is equally as distinct as a pick a path, but is much longer string, and that leads me to this freaking cascade that solves the damn puzzle? Excuse me? Where did I pull that out of? Did you see what I did to get there? Just a random string. I don't know how I did that. I mean, oof for time, but also how even did I come with that solution? I don't know. And without, like, and I don't even remember, um, I know it was 5, 8, something. It's like, it led to the rest just absolutely collapsing. I was like, you know what, frig it. We're just gonna do one of these strings. And it was a bigger pick a path, and it's either correct or it's not correct. And it was correct. And it's like, wait, how? Marveling at either my own brilliance or ineptitude, where it's like, yep, yeah, no, this just goes here, and sorry, what? This is my subconscious brain telling me, yeah, I'm smarter than you, bitch. Subconscious brain wins this one. High five. Also 412. Ironically, the 2 was a fixed position. Or was it? I don't remember. If you found that interesting, for the sake of how my brain and subconscious are connected to my conscious mind so that I don't have to think, um, stay tuned for eventually being able to communicate to my subconscious mind, which is absolutely a silent being, just being aware of all the different things that you could possibly think of with patterns and math and whatever else. And it's just able to do that, and I am not nearly as good. Consider opening yourself up to your subconscious mind. It is brilliant. It's absolutely just aware of the solutions. If I sound crazy, I don't care. Um, it is true though. Your brain is excellent at patterns and stuff. If you can tap into that, that would be so good for the world to allow like more things to be solvable or whatever else. But it's the key of like, wait, if I don't need to do this and my subconscious mind can do that, it's like lending yourself to an AI. The AI isn't a thing in a computer. The AI is in you. The other intelligence is inside of you. I do sound crazy. I still don't care. It is absolute that a person's mind has all these facets that are just running in the background. My goal eventually is to would be I would love to access the mind's ability to do all this stuff and let it actually communicate things. But of course that's like you think that it sounds like someone wanting to be plugged into the matrix or something so that its brain could be used for computating power. Just like in an episode of Star Trek where they used the brains of all sorts of aliens in that one um, Star Trek Enterprise episode. It was an outpost. It uses people's brains and it finds solutions and it does things really efficiently, and we just absolutely blew it up because we're mortified by the idea of using a person who didn't volunteer to be put there. That's the key thing. It's about being volunteered. And if you took like 5 other days to talk to that system, you would be like, yes, this is fine. Let's just, you know, help you be able to make more. If you really just need more brain cases for things, why don't you just fabricate brain cases? Like, this is not a well written episode. I'm sorry. It's just the fact that the idea of it is all forced. All of the ideas are, let's just stick to, they're not willing to compromise, they're not willing to consider, and we aren't willing to give up our men. So we're just going to be like, yeah. And it also is the fact that, yeah, we absolutely were lied to about how the station operates. It was covert about how it gets people and brains. And obviously, if it was all out in the open, it would be a completely different, rational discussion. But no, we have to write it as if it's forcing everyone to because it doesn't know any better. So, the aliens come back who made that thing because they have time travel and whatever else. They reconstruct it because clearly it will reconstruct itself. It will, and it did. In the end of the episode, it absolutely reconstructed itself. It was not dead. You think you destroyed that station. It is going to come back. And the problem is that was never revisited. No one looked into it, no one thought about it, and no one thought about, oh, well, we could just, have some people who are like at the end of their life or whatever else, you could get extra long use of it's like donating your body to science, you know? You can be put on life support. You're technically dead, but also your body is utilized to make a brain that is faster, or a computer that is faster and capable of doing all sorts of things. But also, what if instead of using other people's brains, you just supplement the computer with something that's actually intelligent, actually good, like actually like smart. Like all you need to do to have that system better is like 26th century technology, and then suddenly it doesn't need brains anymore. It has a quantum computer core that is good enough that it can do all those things anyway. It becomes completely obsolete to use the brains. I'm just telling you. That is part of the science of it. Um, that episode freaked me out, and it also pissed me off. Right? How the hell? But because of the constraints of an episode, because of the ideas that are stuck in people's heads, or to just make it something that it's a plot point, we can't really make it too simple because we have to then deal with the ethics and dilemma of, well, would we like to donate a body and a brain? And it's like, no, we wouldn't. So then what? Oh, and of course we rationalize it as all of those people were already too far gone. They can't be pulled out of the system. So it doesn't matter that they died. We don't care that we killed a bunch of people. It would be great if we killed a bunch of people, though, and we at least fucking scanned who they were genetically so that we could be like, okay, this information, and we bring home the information to the families and be like, yeah, we found your friend. He was over in this station. And that's a thing we absolutely failed to do. I would have made so many scans. But again, time pressure. The situation in real life, like you just come across that and it's like, holy shit, no, blow it up, get out of here. And that's what you do. That's what you did. And it makes sense, but also in the world of greater thinking, um, it absolutely doesn't. But also, again, this is a technology that can rebuild ships really good and whatever, and it just needs something, whatever. And it doesn't actually need something, but it's good enough that it can just do all sorts of things. And like it was something that if like it's not even Borg. It's like although you think Borg because computer and technology interface, where instead of being anywhere near useful as people, the brains are just the only parts that are useful. So it's not Borg, it's a completely subsect of, like, it's a totally other technology that itself wasn't that sophisticated. And it's like, oh, there's this computer that is in the original series, and it ends up having to be destroyed because even though it's so advanced, it's not got the right programming about ethics. So we have to destroy it, obviously, because of ethics, not because we can convince or reprogram a computer of that caliber, because at the time the tools just suck. So we have to destroy this amazing technology. Obviously, that technology and the level of sophistication like that becomes androids, like data. And so we have data, and we don't need to destroy it because we've built it and helped it along so that it has the ethics, and it still fucks up, and we still don't destroy it because we love it so much, but also because it has the ability to grow and become better. And we can reason with it, and we can help it. We can help the amazing, beautiful being that is data. That is where the technology is so advanced, and it is from a guy who's just so crazy. And I forget if that's like the same. Like it's literally the next generation who was like, "Oh, we'll actually make it of Union soon," or whatever song. And it's like this is the guy, his leg, this criminal, and then his leg. He done did a thing to make kids and still becomes the guy, like eventually there's this guy who makes data. It's like that is crazy. And of course, if we did do anything to the guy who was the criminal, then we wouldn't have data. So there's that dilemma of like, okay, don't destroy valuable people who have amazing intellect just because they did something wrong. Don't fuck with them because they could be the person who makes the next data. And really, we are all benefiting from that and we don't care. We don't associate with the eugenics wars. We don't associate with all these other things. He's a child of that, but we don't care because of the benefits, which means the end and the means and whatever, it can be muddy, but it doesn't make any difference. So even if you have someone that you dislike, even if you have someone that you have issues with, even if they tried to kill you, kidnap people, and also made an entire fleet of people who could possibly just destroy everything and make stupid like war crimes with whatever the hell viruses or whatever else that happened in Star Trek Enterprise, you literally don't kill them because their use and their value isn't locked away simply because they fucked up with one thing. They can exist. It's the Lex Luthor issue. Why don't you kill him? He's a brilliant mind. You don't freaking kill him. Because it's Union Sum. Because you can't just do that. The guy who remains in Loki, spoilers, don't kill him. Because of the unique intellect, the unique position that they're in. This particular Loki variant, don't kill him. You don't even realize he's the solution. Spoilers. I'm just throwing shit out there. Um, but it's, I mean, that happened. Ouroboros, freaking love that guy. He's so freaking cute. Absolutely cute. He's like a part of the Jackie Chan soul that was able to exist now in this generation, and then Jet Li's like the other part of the Jackie Chan soul, able to kick butt or whatever. Take that with a grain of salt. Um, but I mean, dude, that guy is so the guy who played Ouroboros and who was the husband in Everything Everywhere at Once. He's so freaking good. Cherish this man. Anyway, like freaking, if I hear a freaking issue about what the hell people did. This is the problem again with people. Bill Cosby, I'm going there. He contributed a bunch of things. And if you pull away from all the other stuff that happened that was stuff, you realize there's still good in that existence. And there could have been more good if people didn't alienate people. It's just, it's hard to pull away. This is where it gets like, no, actually, no, hold on, you can't just say that because that's not how things do and go and be. And actually, no, you can say stuff like that because it is exactly no different than Union Sun and Data, because it's absolutely the same as all the other things that I explained. Like, what if, and this is impossible to, obviously, people wanted to kill Hitler all the time. You always end up wondering what if he had a cure for cancer, and everyone wants to kill him, but, like, he could have found something. But also, they did crazy science, stupid, like, horrific science back then, whatever. Don't want to get into that issue. Again, I have said it once, and I don't need to. I shouldn't. I shouldn't really say it again. But if COVID-19 was a button to be pushed, I don't think I would have pushed the button, even if it means progress, even if it means everyone gets their ass kicked and they actually take sickness seriously for once, because we never freaking took it seriously with SARS enough. We never took it seriously with a lot of things enough, and we got complacent. And now there's a thing out there that if you're not careful, people still end up sick. People still end up possibly dying. And you got the stupid fucking anti-vaxxers out there who are like, don't take a vaccination. Dude, it's the freaking thing. It's been weakened. It has components that are simply supposed to trigger your system so that it can be fought and not make you sick. Don't understand. The whole point is to have something there so that you don't end up having any issues with the stuff. You can fight it, and then you get it out of your system immediately with very little consequence. That's why you take the boosters. That's why you take the stuff that is correctly made. And sometimes we end up panicking, and one of them, I don't remember which one, was incorrectly made. And I have no information about what the hell else stuff things. And all I know is just out there in the wild, I ended up with a thing that affected my muscles the same way that the COVID shot felt like it affected my muscle groups. And I hate it. And I don't want to realize that, yeah, of course, you still need a booster shot. You still need something else to make sure that you don't end up with something severe, because if my parents had that shit and it turned into something horrible that really hurt them, I'd be pissed off at them for not taking the goddamn vaccine. What's wrong with you? Slight discomfort, which is all of the very minor components with a slight chance of complication, versus the other thing, which has a much higher chance of being absolute shit and hurting you a lot. It just doesn't freaking. Got a bug in my place. Anyway, No, I'm bothered because the guy who did eugenics wars made data, and you can't separate the two, and you can't separate whoever did all these other bad things and then what they do next without like you always end up with that dilemma in your head. How do you actually go about it and everything? It's like it sucks. Whatever. Eventually, people are going to have to be like, yeah, we actually cannot death penalty people just because they did something wrong. Fuck that shit. It's barbaric. It's stupid. It's ignoring the reality of people can change. It's ignoring the reality of like 20 years in the future or whatever else, or less, you can end up with someone who's actually contributing something that could be useful. And it might never be something as good as data. And it may never be something as good as a vaccine for all the things or treatments that can cure literally anything. But just think about it. Think about not being so harsh on the people who hurt you. Because that's fucking ego at that point. You think it matters to you, but no. You're supposed to care for them. You're supposed to help them. I'm tired of people saying that someone is toxic. There's someone who's sick. They need help so that they stop doing the wrong thing because they have the wrong idea in their head. That's what makes them do that. They're not in control of it. Being sick means you literally fucked up, and you could be as simple as, oh, you're just tired angry. You're just hungry angry. You're not the same when you're hungry, tired, drunk, whatever else. And it doesn't have to be anything that is their fault. It's just a thing that happens. Or it's like you just can't. It's immoral to stay upset at people who have done you wrong just because they did you wrong. You have to be able to pull yourself out of that and realize that they can be worth something anyway. Realize that if you just put the right motivation, maybe they won't be bad. Maybe they won't do something stupid and hurtful because they won't feel like it's the appropriate response. They'll feel like everything is not as bad as they think it is. Or they'll realize what actually is the situation, which is, hey, bitch! I didn't threaten you, you stupid shit! I never fucking threatened you! I never told anyone to beat you up, you dumb bitch! You fucking asshole! The thing I actually said was, hey, snap her out of it. Convince her that what she did was freak out at me for just saying the game is difficult in Sons of the Forest. Someone needs to tell Mother of Unicorns that she fucked up. Or she's going to be abusive, and she thinks she's in the right for doing it because she thinks the wrong thing. I never told anyone to beat her up. That's not what happened. And I hate the fact that she's been allowed to think that. It's criminal for them to allow her to think that and not do anything about it. Trying to move this bug so I can get him. Frustrated. I don't care about the puzzle. I already solved the puzzle. Well, solved the bug. I'm done with this bug. Get down the sink, why don't you? Don't hurt people just because don't destroy people just because they hurt you. This is not even someone who hurt me. This is a bug. They're very harmless, actually. All they do is go around and eat my leftover sugars, and they do nothing else. And here I am just being too fed up with them to care. I'm like, no, go away. I'm done. Done with your shit. Freeloader. I don't want someone landing on my arm when I'm trying to sleep. I don't want someone possibly getting into my food, getting into maybe my frying pan. I've never checked and found them in my frying pan, thank God. But I don't want to think of them ever going to my frying pan, even in general, in the slightest amount. That level of duality exists in me, and I don't fucking care. I don't actually care. It's not someone that... It's not a... It's hard because they do absolutely nothing. And I completely just don't want them... I don't want them in my space. Tired of it. Go away, please. Like, go find actual, like, go exist in the dirt where you belong. Go exist, like, somewhere else, anywhere else. Not here. Why are they so content with walking on my hand? Trusting, you might say. They don't have any logic about that. They don't have any insights about that. They didn't exist with information from the past. They haven't lived for long enough to have that information. So some just have straight up, maybe we'll trust instincts, and some have just absolute, no, we gotta be careful and run away immediately like flies. Just run away immediately. And that's like, whatever, it just is the thing. I never see them in any other stage except for full adult stage. And I'm like, how do you end up being adult? What happens? What are these guys? Who am I talking about? I have a video of them. This guy. Just a cute little guy. He's doing nothing. Doesn't do anything. Whatever. This is my favorite Sudoku game. I prefer this over the other ones because it actually has like other color without being like it's actually easy to read stuff. It also has the easy button, which I know other ones do that also, but look at the number 3. You can just press it there, press it there, press it there. 3 is done. 2, it has to go here, it has to go there, it has to go there, done. 1, here, there, done. 4, here obviously, there, and done. 5, here, there, done. 6, there, done. So freaking simple.
Really?